After a few years with a Tesla Model Y Performance, the defining memory isn't a single moment. It's the absence of them. No warm-ups, no hesitation before long drives, no quiet anxiety about whether today's errand run turns into a chore. The car becomes a background system that just works, and that's a harder achievement than headline performance. The speed and acceleration, of course, are impressive. The performance variant delivers it instantly, without drama, which over time isn't just thrilling, it's practical. Merging onto a highway, overtaking a slower vehicle, or climbing a steep grade with a full load becomes almost effortless. You realize that what initially feels like a toy for adrenaline seekers is actually a tool that reduces daily stress. There is a trade-off, though. The ride is firmer than the standard Model Y. It's not uncomfortable, but on rough pavement, you notice the extra feedback. Over years, you come to appreciate that firmness. It communicates confidence and precision. But it's something to experience for yourself. Design and functionality complement this practicality. The Model Y isn't trying to be a showpiece. It's designed to work with life rather than against it. The cabin feels open and simple, with wide doors and a thoughtfully arranged cargo area that actually fits what you need to carry: groceries, sports gear, weekend luggage, without gimmicks. Ultra Red adds subtle personality. It signals intention without being loud. Over time, it's exactly the kind of color that feels deliberate rather than trendy, and it holds up better psychologically than you might expect when you live with it daily. Inside, Tesla's minimalism serves function first. There's a single large screen, a lack of clutter, and surfaces that are easy to maintain. Over years, this simplicity proves durable. Fewer physical buttons mean fewer mechanical failures, and the materials withstand repeated use without feeling cheap. It's not luxurious in a traditional sense, but it's efficient, clean, and intentional. That kind of restraint rarely shows up in a performance-oriented vehicle, and it becomes more meaningful with long-term ownership. Let's pause for a second, because many people want to talk numbers. Yes, the Model Y Performance can sprint from 0 to 60 mph in roughly 3.5 seconds. But in daily life, the real advantage isn't the stopwatch. It's the effortless availability of that power when conditions demand it. Traffic merges, uphill climbs, and fully loaded trips all benefit from that responsiveness. It changes the mental load of driving without making you feel like you're constantly pushing the car to its limits. Software and technology are central to the ownership experience. Updates arrive over the air, which means the car gradually improves in functionality without a visit to the dealer. Navigation, efficiency, and driver assist features evolve, and that keeps the vehicle feeling current even after several years. There is a caveat. You're placing trust in Tesla's ecosystem. The hardware is capable, but the experience depends on continued support and well-maintained software. Owners who understand that and embrace incremental changes rather than expecting perfection tend to get the most satisfaction. Driver assistance is particularly interesting. Over time, the most valuable use isn't autopilot handling every situation. It's reduced fatigue on commutes, highway stretches, and stop-and-go traffic. You learn to rely on it as a supportive layer rather than a replacement for attention. That distinction matters for long-term confidence and safety. From a lifestyle standpoint, the Model Y Performance is remarkably adaptable. It's compact enough for city streets, yet spacious enough to handle family or hobby life. The combination of usable interior space, cargo flexibility, and charging infrastructure makes it less of a planning exercise and more of a reliable partner in day-to-day life. Efficiency remains high despite the performance tuning, so long-range trips rarely feel constrained by range anxiety. Stepping back, the 2026 Model Y Performance represents a different kind of performance vehicle in the market. It's not about flash or status. It's about creating a high-functioning, dependable, and relatively low-maintenance tool that aligns with modern life. The balance of speed, technology, and usability is deliberate, and long-term ownership rewards those who prioritize that balance over superficial markers of luxury or sportiness. In the end, this car is for someone who wants one vehicle to cover nearly every scenario: commuting, errands, long trips, and occasional spirited drives. It's not for someone who craves tactile richness, analog charm, or the quirks of handcrafted interiors. The Model Y performance appeals to rationality, convenience, and a subtle appreciation for capability. The Ultra-Red 2026 Tesla Model Y performance quietly underlines that philosophy. It stands out just enough to feel intentional, yet it fades seamlessly into everyday life. And over several years, that combination of competence, predictability, and thoughtful engineering becomes the defining story of ownership, faster than you expect, but mostly unnoticeable in all the ways that matter.